insane. Father, you need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our five in you.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. Four braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I wanna do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some. Kenneth, keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire. I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but I promise you'll see a brighter me. I'm sorry. To all my supporters, man, I love y'all. I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one. You just don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway. I came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God that me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
Somebody call for the queen. never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the...
And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
21.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Okafor in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Ginn. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the pitch comes to Ingram, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ready, yellow lady.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
65. Here we go.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
11.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
13.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready, got it. You ready?
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Second down, Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Easy. Hey. Easy. Ready. Yellow lady. Hey, easy.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's not able to get away sacked back at the 22.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
This is Breida. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go, here we go. 6.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Ginn. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Hey. You got 3 down. Ready.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
Here's McKinnon. And he gets Gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out and by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
4 down, check. 21, 21. Here we go. Watch the quit. 12, fellas, here we go. 65, 65.
Here's Breida. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
McKinnon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, it's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
They'll try to run with Breida. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. They'll toss it to Breida. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And Gold is able to put it through, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Breeze hands to Ingram, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go. Ready. We waiting?
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze now on first down. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
21. Ready. We waiting?
Here's Breeze to throw. This one complete to Ingram. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
13.
Garoppolo again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Niners on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Breeze now on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From midfield, here's Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 12 yards there as they move the chains. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain of 3, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Powering his way forward. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And tough sledding. You'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Gates with the grab. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Niners on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Wait.
To throw is Garoppolo. And able to find Garcon. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
65, 65.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ready? 290. Go down.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They toss to Ingram. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
95-56, 95-56. Ready?
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
21. Ready?
From the gun, it's Breeze. And Gibbs got it. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, he's got some breathing room as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Ready.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Ready. Yellow lady. Ready,
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go. Ready. What's that?
Ingram again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith from 21 yards away. And the Saints have moved out in front. And he'll bang that one through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And some room to roam now.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Keeps himself upright. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but It's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Garoppolo now, 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
12.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Ready. We're waiting. 5.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. It's Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Garoppolo. He gets this one to Garcon. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage. Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Gold is able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end. Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right? It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction? I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at him turn. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock. Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Ingram again, a first down carry. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Easy.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Back to throw. Eluding the... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Get set. 4 down.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. They said beginning of the year, our goal is to get into the conference championship game at least, and they have done that.
And how about that? They set their goals and they achieved them. I actually write down